What's the crack? You're watching the Lab TV, and we're here with Trigger.
Which camera am I on?
We're looking at number 2.
Oh, yeah.
How are you, everybody outside? We're looking at number 1.
Because we are number 1.
Yeah, tell them. So we're here to premiere Trigger's new video. That is decent. So Trigger, first of all, I want you to tell us who's in the video with you. Who's on the track with you?
Okay, so it's Trigger and Mc Eiht. Mc Eiht is a well-known 90s hip-hop star, and nowadays as well he collaborated with Kendrick Lamar, and one of Kendrick Lamar's biggest songs that kind of made Kendrick Lamar who he is.
What song?
Good Kid, Mad City is the name of the song he was on, and this song that we're after doing together is called Watch Where You Walk. So apart from the rap world as well, Mc Eiht is known for playing one of the main roles in the movie Menace to Society. He was the voice of Ryder in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Class.
Yeah, so I'd be a big fan of his stuff, and even back in the day, you know, like all his mega songs now, like Hood Took Me Under, all his songs would have been on like Boys in the Hood soundtrack, you know, in the background of the movie and all that. So I was always a big fan of him. So to work with someone like that is, you know, in my eyes is, you know, like living the dream and all that. Like,
yeah, man.
Without sounding cliche.
No, but hey, look, that's not a cliche.
It is living the dream.
It is. It is. You're living your dream. You made your own reality, boy.
Yeah.
You created that shit.
So we shot this video in Dublin in a few different locations while he was doing his international tour. One of them was the Sugar Club. Shout out to the Sugar Club. They helped us out with locations and being shot backstage, and they were very helpful in the time and effort that they put in leaving us do what we wanted to do. The video was shot with One Snap Photography is the company. Shout out to Dara, he was a big help as well in trying to piece this together, and I have another couple of projects coming up with him now in the next couple of months.
Sweet. Tell us about the writing process. How did you write the song together?
For this one, I got the beat instrumental produced by Creo Ghost from Waterford. Shout out to Creo Ghost.
Go on, Creo kid.
Big help as well to him, passing back ideas on kind of like, you know, I wasn't just make a beat. I had to give him the concept of the song and what I wanted, blah, blah, blah. And he sent back the beat. I had the verses written already. I originally had one verse written, and then I was like, should I do one verse or two verses and then have Mc Eiht as the feature? And I decided that I think it would be better to have the two verses, because the stuff that I was talking about in the first verse is kind of like the, not the glamorous side of the whole crime shit, but it's like kind of, this is what people perceive it to be. And then my second verse is more the kind of conscious of like, you know, behind the person that you are, and like the downfalls, the pitfalls of the criminal lifestyle that some people might think is glamorous, but it's not really. And Mc Eiht just came in with that hardcore 90s shit about talking about he was an ex-Crip, well, I'm not going to say ex-Crip member, I don't know how it works, but he was a Crip member, and he was been on like drive-by shootings and, you know, had to make life decisions, and then he gave up all that for the rap world and he became a celebrity, and, you know, he came a long way. So he's talking about then all the street stuff so it's like mine is from the outsider's perspective.
Yeah.
And how I observe it. And then his verse is like first-hand experience of it, you know.
Cool.
So it's kind of
And
cool.
did you write it together in the same room, or did you write it separately?
No, I recorded my pieces. I sent over to him to see that he liked it. He said it was dope. He liked the beat as well. That was another thing. He said if the beat was hot that he'd drop on it. Then he wrote his verse, recorded, sent it back. So it was all kind of through these days, kind of through emails and stuff like that. Like, and he sent it back, got Creo Ghost to mix it down. He sent me on a few different versions until he was 100% happy with it.
Yeah.
And then when it was done, then we got him to mix and master it as well. So like it was his project, so he basically, you know, done everything that needed to be done technology-wise and stuff. So yeah, that's how the project came together. And then the video, we were thinking like, how should we do it? And then it just so happened that he was doing an international tour. So Dublin was one of the stop-offs, so it was just perfect in timing that it actually came off at the right time. So then we were like, we shoot a video for the song as well when he's here. And then I was like, will I release the song first or will I do the video? And then I was like, these days I think you need a visual concept to, you know, bring people in. Yeah. So once the video and everything was shot, then it took a good while for the editing process of the video. I was hoping that it would be dropped sooner, but when it dropped, everyone seems to love it, and I'm getting a lot of good feedback. So
Definitely.
I'm happy with how it is so far now.
Class. So then, that's decent. Did you put the songs on Spotify?
They're not on Spotify yet. Everyone keeps telling me I have to see. I'm not used to using Spotify, so
I'll help you with that.
appreciate it, man.
That's easy.
Yeah,
That's easy.
Bubba for life.
You'll get it on iTunes as well. And
Yeah, I have to get it on all that. It's just I'm kind of old school that way. I'd be kind of more YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
I'll help you with it. It's so easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy. Yeah. Because you need to get your shit on that, man.
Yeah, I have to because everyone's fucking onto me about it, like, you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
So I have to.
The people want to listen back.
Yeah, exactly. Driving around in the car and
No,
stuff. You know?
we'll help you with that, definitely. When you were making the video, what was it like to hang out with you, man? What was it like for you, essentially, what was going on inside you?
Well, before one of the scenes was in it, we got a recording studio booked. Temple Lane Recording Studios in Dublin. Shout out to them as well. They were great help and they were very accommodating to what we needed. We were there for a good few hours. So it was basically, he landed in Dublin at like say 12. The studio was booked and then he had to do the gig so doors were open at 5. But he went in and he done a Q&A with the audience. It was packed out. And from the Q&A then they showed the movie Menace to Society afterwards. So when the movie was being shown for Menace to Society, he was backstage and shooting with us in the Sugar Club. So it was fairly hectic because we were in the recording studio for say about 2 hours, got everything that we needed to do there. Then we went from there then to the Sugar Club. He went in, done his interview kind of Q&A, came backstage when the Menace to Society movie was being shown, and we actually delayed the process. I was like, oh, this feels like pure celebrity shows, and like the person that was organising the gig had to keep going out and saying like Mc Eiht is just backstage doing something, you know. So we actually delayed the set, but it turned out great. No one minded, you know. They were all like listening to hip hop songs now being played, and you know everyone was in a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
But the Sugar Club is unreal because there's all like couches and like, you know, seats now like this. So everyone was just chilling out watching the movie, as in like this is full cinema like in there. So we were backstage with Mc Eiht, chilling out with him. He's a cool guy. He's very like, let's get this done, work first. And he gave me a nice bit of feedback about my own music. And I was telling him about all his new stuff now as well. As I was like that. I think some of his new stuff is nearly better than some of his old stuff that he was known for before, do you get me? Because it's kind of like he's have to come back because he took a few years of a break and then he went back into the scene. Kendrick Lamar got onto him about doing the Good Kid Mad City song. And since then he came back kind of into the spotlight again, and he was kind of like, you know, he found his place again in the scene in modern day hip hop, like not just 90s hip hop. Are you like friends now? I'd consider him like as in like I have his phone number and stuff, and you know we chat maybe every now and again back and forth and stuff, and yeah, it's cool enough to kind of.
Do you see him as a mentor?
I would look up to him, yeah, because when I was growing up, he was the shit. So it was like. And then I always thought these kind of people were untouchable and stuff, you know. It was like, you're never going to be able to like even, you know, like if I saw one of them at a gig live when I was watching the gig or something like that, I never got the opportunity to, but I was thinking if I ever did, I'd be like, whoa, like. So
meeting him and doing that as well as after shattering the limiting belief.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's true, yeah.
Kind of opens to like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, because I think the older you get, the more you realise that, like when I was younger, I thought America was just this far off distant land, like, you know, and it was kind of like, whoa, America, like. Yeah. Whereas then when you go there and stuff, it's kind of like anywhere else, but there obviously is a big difference, you know, in cultures and stuff like that, like, but like even not going into bar this song now, but other projects has come up with like I'm after becoming friendly now with like Eazy's son, and you know we text back and forth and we be chatting, and the Outlaws ring me every now and again and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, you know, it's unreal that I never thought that I'd be in this position where I was not just working with them but building a relationship with them from person to person, you know, and kind of throwing back ideas and, you know, send a happy birthday message, blah de blah, you know, all this kind of small stuff like that. Sometimes I'd be sitting there and like I do these kind of things, and if someone's sitting next to me, they'd be just looking there like, I can't believe you're texting like Eazy's son, just having a conversation, and I'm kind of like, I have to step out of me and then be like, I didn't really think about it that much, you know, but when you kind of think of it that way, then you're like, whoa, you know, it's cool, like.
It's class, man. We're going to show the video, but I'm not sure when we're going to show the video. We're going to premiere here.
It's available anywhere on YouTube for anyone that wants to check it out. Just type in Trigger, Watch Where You Walk, Mc Eiht, or it's only out, it's been out, what, about 2 or 3 days.
Let's get those views up. Get those views up.
I haven't shared it and promoted it as much as I wanted to because I've been kind of busy and stuff lately, but I'm hoping that the videos will start clocking up now again, you know, and like the Outlaws video, I got a good few views off of that. Like, I nearly have around 500,000 views on YouTube, as in all together from, what is it about? I think it's 7 videos I have on YouTube.
Go on, Trigger, bye.
So it's not doing too bad, you know, for a Cork artist, Irish artist, international artist, whatever you want to label it as.
Yeah. Are we going to show the video now?
Keep your ear to the streets like an alley cat.
Shit.
True crime, true stories.
Blue Stamp Official. Your nigga 8 in the building.
Cork City representing.
My boy Trigger. Ireland and Compton. Come on.
Here's why you better watch where you walking. No lie, you better watch who you talk with. More trails, fellas chopped up, assaulted. That hard life chatter doesn't matter when you're blasted. Here's why you better watch where you walking. No lie, you better watch who you talk with. More trails, fellas chopped up, assaulted. That hard life chatter doesn't matter when you're blasted. I tell you straight about this country and perceptions of a bad boy. Gangland murder, shooting, lootings are a franchise. Self-made brothers, well-paid brothers, welfare mothers trying to strive, take cover while your other brothers trying to further hover to the next stop. Adjudicating a demonstrator, criminal and gym pop. I'm talking less than 2, could be dead or destitute. Instead of writing rest in peace, he could be reading best of proof. I'm not posing or faking like I'm a part of it, just seeing shit done analytically, seen a start from kids. And that's what hard shit is, when you bargain sins. Can't part the Red Sea, so you part the wind. I'm talking spark shit in, bullets part and ping. Payback for hatred, cause yeah, that's your kin. Now it starts again, so you back your friend. A circle of retaliate for retaliation. Here's why you better watch where you walking. No lie, you better watch who you talk with. More trails, fellas chopped up, assaulted. That hard life chatter doesn't matter when you're blasted. No lie, you better watch where you walking. Here's why you better watch who you talk with. More trails, fellas chopped up, assaulted. That hard life chatter doesn't matter when you're blasted.
Trying to get money, so it's hard on the hoe. Beef with the hood, then the yak gon' blow. All for the bread, so it's all criminal. Mind of a lunatic, nigga, let it go. One shot from the ride with the windows tinted. Niggas on the run, we for sure all in it. One time scaffolding, now another case. Couple of Billy clubs after the car chase. Compton, that's where I stay. Couple of dead homies, the rules of gunplay. Shoot first, then we shoot back. Still #1, now the paper gon' stack. And that's life in the land, when niggas get to shooting the K with one hand. Run up, murder be the case. Compton bang, so niggas stay in your place. Chill.
Here's why you better watch where you walking. No lie, you better watch who you talk with. More trails, fellas chopped up, assaulted. That hard life chatter doesn't matter when you're blasted. No lie, you better watch where you walking. Here's why you better watch who you talk with. More trails, fellas chopped up, assaulted. That hard life chatter doesn't matter when you're blasted. In general, watch the federal. They dangle cheese on the line, rats eat it like an edible. Incredible, thank God it's pennable. Apprehend the youth on command and pretend it's unintentional. The way the system's set up to make us never catch our breath. Wonder why your suicide rates are rising, constant deaths. Truth is, if you're under 25 and feel the pressure, baby mother's causing stress and got no cash for cashing checks. Some are fortunate, born with the silver spoon. Us, we gotta claw way up, eating trigger proof. Corners of the ortho line, anything is possible. This is for the streets, the avenues are optional. Rise to it, eyes wide, I knew it. Why not I try do it? Cause I'm wise, I'm fluent. They surprise, I'm truant. I'll defy the influence, so the rhyme I'm pursuing. Cause why I be the truest. Here's why you better watch where you walking. No lie, you better watch who you talk with. More trails, fellas chopped up, assaulted. That hard life chatter doesn't matter when you're blasted. No lie, you better watch where you walking. Here's why you better watch who you talk with. More trails, fellas chopped up, assaulted. That hard life chatter doesn't matter when you're blasted.
And we're back. What's the crack? How's it going? Trigger, we just watched your videos.
I know, yeah, it's the first time watching it there. It's good enough.
How do you feel about watching yourself?
Used to it at this stage now.
I know, but I feel that.
You kind of have to keep, watching the video back and stuff, making sure you're happy with everything before you actually release it to the world.
You know, if you watch it too much, then after it's released, it becomes self-abuse.
Yeah, I don't watch any of my old videos. It's like watch the new video and then watch it a few times and then just leave it out into the world and leave people whatever they want with it. Like.
I feel that. So, right, we got some questions there from people's. And the first question.
The audiences are listening.
The audience. Thanks, guys, for all your questions as well. You're all decent.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Keep sending them in, and we will throw them out here.
Copy and paste.
Yes. No. Be original. Let it come from your heart. So the first question is, how do you feel about your career up to date?
Happy enough with how it's progressing. I'd like to do more live gigs because I have a lot of stuff online, and I think about 2 or 3 years ago I came to a place where I was happy going on stage live on my own and doing a good performance. And then I took a break from it, and I found then when I was doing like maybe say the Labtv gig or something like that I was a bit rusty and stuff. So I'm kind of stepping back from doing live gigs until I'm more comfortable, because like, you know, with live gigs and stuff you have like, most people have a hype man or whatever, but if you're up there purely on your own, it's a lot more daunting, and it's like you have to get the timing right and the interaction with the audience and blah blah. But like I'm working on that now in my spare time as well, you know. So that's one thing that I think that I can improve as far as my career goes and whatever like that. But apart from that, I think I'm happy enough with where I'm going up to now. Yeah. You know, I think I'm progressing along nicely. I'm not just doing the collaboration. I don't want to be known as a collaboration artist as well. I'm working on my own album and my EP with like a lot of solo tracks and stuff, just to show that I'm not just like one of these people that comes along and works off of other people's names. Because I think I came to a level where I was known as a good hip-hop artist, I'd like to think so anyway, before I started making the big collaborations. So now that I'm making them, I think that they're just helping me along, you know.
But that's the reason they exist.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the reason they exist. It's, you're reaching out to get a wider audience.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Break down walls and barriers and stuff.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. I admire it, man. I'm looking at you going, well done, Trigger, man.
Appreciate
well
it,
done,
kid. Cork City base.
You're a man following his dream.
Yeah.
And
can't knock that, like.
And who wants to piss all over that, like?
Well, there's obviously some pricks out there, but I'm not even going to get into that. Haters can be haters, and it's not going to stop me from doing what I want to do. So if you don't like it, fuck off.
Yeah, you tell them. Anybody that wants to piss all over Trigger has to piss on me as well.
I'm not going to walk in on the street with you and all out about it. There'll be people out there.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to piss all over the two boys. Okay, question number 2. Trigger, question number 2 for you. I'm trying to be funny now. How do you feel about meeting Tupac's group since he was one of your idols?
It was probably up to that point the best thing music-wise that I've ever done. Supported him in the Tivoli Theatre. I think it was it 3 years ago. That kind of opened the door then into actually like, I gave him my album. Supported him live on stage and was just chilling with him backstage for a small, but didn't get much done up to that point. Then we were kind of talking back and forth online and stuff, and then we decided to record a song together. So once the song was done, then I put that in the album, and I thought that was kind of it, like. And then I was chatting back and forth to Young Noble, and he was talking about, why don't you come over to Los Angeles and shoot a video for the song? And I was like, that thought didn't even come into my mind, you know, because I was like, I just thought, whoa, I got a song done with the Outlaws, and I supported them, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, yeah, and then I was like, you know, these days, as I said, you do need a visual.
Well, how did that feel?
How did it feel?
Yeah, how did it make you feel?
It's hard to put into the words. As in I think when I met them the second time when I was in LA, it was a lot kind of more hit me harder than when I met him the first time. Okay. Because when I met him the first time, there was all these other people around, and you know, there was like loads of fans asking for autographs and photos and blah blah blah. And then I was only chilling out with them for a small while because they were about to go on stage, so I didn't have enough time, you know, to communicate with them properly. But when I met him the second time, it was literally just us, and we were on the shoot, and it was kind of, I felt like as in like, not, oh yeah, I made it by it, but I felt as in like, up to this point in my career, this is the best moment that I've had, you know, and it made me feel a good way, like, you know, that you're after kind of accomplishing something that no other Irish artist is after doing. I know there's a few Irish artists that may have collaborated with American acts, but I mean as far as like Tupac's group now, that they wouldn't
have,
you
big,
know.
Man. Yeah. I would imagine you were excited.
I was, yeah.
I imagine.
I was a little bit nervous, but there was more excitement than nervousness, you know.
Did you feel like a kid at Christmas, like?
Kind of did, yeah.
But you have to contain
Yeah,
it.
because like these days, I think with the older you get, it's kind of like you don't feel as like, how would you describe it as, like, oh my God, do you know, that way about anything.
You kind of contain it.
Yeah, do you know, it's kind of like.
You do feel it, but you don't release it.
Yeah, so that was one of the moments I was kind of like, you know, I worked my way up to this point, so I was proud of myself.
Go on,
you know.
Triggers.
Yeah.
Fair play to you, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 3. Who do you reckon is your favourite rapper in Cork after you?
After me. Are we talking all time or current day rappers?
Say again?
Are we talking as in like Cork hip hop in the past or now?
Forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go with probably B Wonder, maybe Boney. I grew up listening to them, so like at a time they were kind of like the same as Tupac to me. Do you get me? Because I was like 14, 15 listening to them, and I was like, whoa. And then I started working with them and doing different stuff. So I'd probably say B Wonder or Boney.
Why B Wonder? I know he's dead now when he asking for it.
He hasn't got much stuff out, but it's just what he brings to
His
paper.
flow.
His flow, and he's energetic, and I don't know, he's just always like B Wonder, Book Gildana, those kind of guys, you know.
I was the same. I know what it is though. It's their ability and their rawness. Oh yeah, their ability and the rawness, and the accent. For me,
and it always reminded me. It was like it's the same as it's pure like American street style. You know, as in like they talk about the same things that the American people talk about, but from an Irish point of view, and it's done in an Irish accent. And we've already gone through all this before. You know, it's being who you are, and it's just in a form of hip hop. Do you get me?
Oh, we've got more. Another question.
Bring on all the questions, boys.
Okay. So first, question number 4 is not a question.
Okay.
It's a shout out from your cousin Peter.
Peter.
Yeah.
No, it's probably cuz Peter, as in like, what's happening, cuz?
No, cousin. No.
I don't think I ever got a cousin called Peter.
Just pretend you do.
We'll say Peter Marks, right? We own the industry.
Story, Peter. All right, cousin Peter. Shout out from your cousin Peter. What's the story, Peter?
All right, Peter.
Go on. He does know who you are.
Blue Peter.
He's just pretending like he doesn't know.
Let me know later who the fuck you are.
Yeah, send him a message so he knows.
Yeah. This is Peter.
Oh, Peter. Oh,
Peter. I don't know who you are still.
Question 5. Who's next on your list of people that you like to work with? / do a song with?
Well, I have a video coming up next month. I have a video coming up next month with the Outlaws that we're shooting in Amsterdam for a smoking style video.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the summer, I'll be going to Compton to shoot a video for a song that I've done with Easy's son.
Cool.
But as far as anyone else, I've got a couple of people that are in talks with. There's one, I can't say right now who it is because if it doesn't happen, people are going to be saying like,
it looks silly,
you know. But he's involved in like the smoking hip hop kind of scene. So like, have a few guesses and see.
Could be anyone.
Could be, but that's what I'm saying. But
could be anyone.
It could be anyone.
It's my father, is it?
All I'm going to say is he's from America. That's
I wasn't meant to say that. I wasn't meant to say anything. Trigger, that's really exciting, man.
Yeah, hopefully it works out.
Props for that again, man. Well
Appreciate
done. Okay, so this one is from Eaton McSweeney. Story Eaton by what's happening? Nation rapper, you are boy. Come on, kid. Thoughts on the new generation of rappers in Cork?
I haven't been paying as much attention as I'd like to the whole Cork hip hop scene because I'm kind of out of the loop-ish.
Because you're doing your thing.
Work and stuff, you know. But like anyone who wants to do their craft and make it work, I think it's unreal. Because I came from doing the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
And there was actually I seen a few of your LabTv interviews. I'm shitting out with the names and stuff, but there was like 3 guys you were on. I think Eaton was one of them.
Eaton was one of them.
2 other guys, and I seen they put up a couple of stuff, and I was like, actually, it looks very professional. Like I'm sure I seen this. They only shot the videos on their phones and stuff like that. But
and they're so good at it.
Yeah, but it's very good. Like you know,
so
like
it's
probably iPhones, but like it's very good quality. Like if you didn't know it was shot on the phone, you wouldn't know.
It's amazing.
But like even the songs, like I thought that they were very good. Like
their songs are
like
good.
I mightn't sit down now and be listening to them, but like I skim through them and I'd be like, that's
it
good.
Is pretty good. We have another question coming in there now. Eaton, that was the decent question, bye.
Go on, Eaton. Good.
Who do you think could be the next big act from Cork?
I don't know. The next big act. That's hard to say. Like, you can't really. I can tell you who I like from Cork and who I think is good, but like, sure, who am I to say who might be bigger or not? You know.
Well, just who do you think? It's okay. Like, just who do you think?
I don't have a clue.
Who would you look at and go, oh, that guy has it? Like,
I don't know, because I'm not really following the scene as much as, you know, these days.
well, that's an okay answer too. Like,
Yeah, you know.
so nobody.
Well, I could go broader and say from Ireland, there's, like, I'm following the Irish scene intensely, and, like, where would you start now? There's a lot of acts from Dublin and, you know, other stuff like that I've been listening to, like Career Ghost now, and I know they're not, they mightn't be new to the scene, they're in the scene years, but, like, the stuff that they're releasing is very current sounding and stuff, you know,
And lit.
yeah, who else I can't think now offhand. You'd have all your normal old school Jambo and Little Dialect and all these kind of people. Maverick Sabre is kind of representing the Irish scene as well. I like how he's doing that.
Yeah.
And I love his type of music as well, you know, that kind of Will Ali style, kind of soul vibe.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
do
I
you get
love
me?
that too, man.
I love listening to all that
And
shit.
his voice is like mother's milk, like. Fucking death.
Like mother's milk.
Yeah.
That's what you call it, mate, the Guinness, mother's milk. Nice.
Nourishing and the best thing for you.
You know,
When you
yeah.
hear it, you're like, oh, you filled me up. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
So, P.S. Peter Coles. It's Anthony Cole's son.
Oh, what's happening? Oh, yeah, I actually forgot, being honest.
He said, he isn't happy, lol.
Sorry.
He'll get you all
You should have
prep-
said you were from England, like.
He'll get you all prep. Hey, look, Trigger's a famous rapper, right? He can do what he wants, like, do you know what I mean?
No, baby, la.
I'm only joking. You can't do what you want.
This is live, like.
No, wait, you can. If it's good for you and everyone else, yeah, you can.
Yeah, true, I suppose.
You've moved past your limiting beliefs. Your inspiration. Trigger, you are decent.
Nice and bad.
Do you have a message for the people, because we're about to wrap it up now?
Keep a lookout for, I've got an EP and an album on the way. The album is a work in process. The EP is called Make Rap Great Again, but there's a few collaborations with American acts on that, like the singer Actual, who I done the song with the Outlaws. The album is kind of in works. The working title for the album is called 90s Baby, but that could change, but that's kind of what I'm working at the moment. The song we're doing we're going to be shooting that in the one with Lil Easy. Easy's son, we'll be shooting that in Easy's house in the hood, in his actual house, as in like
You have to rob a fork.
where straight out of Compton the album was recorded, where Dr. Dre and Yella and Rain and Easy and Ice Cube grew up on the block, and
You need to film that.
Oh, we're going to be doing document behind the
I was
scenes.
just going to
and all
say,
this
yeah,
shit.
you need to film that.
Because like the album Straight Outta Compton was recorded in Easy's garage, and they used to meet up there every week and sit down and, you know, come up with ideas and blah blah. And at the time they were all broke. Dr. Dre now, who was a billionaire, like. So we'll be shooting that in his house. That to me was like, whoa.
Are you going to be updating that on your Snapchat and Instagram?
Well, I have to be doing that.
On your live stories.
And I want to kind of do like some sort of small documentary as well, you know, for like the trip and
yeah,
stuff
you should.
like that, you know.
Because I want to watch that bite.
Yeah, because it's interesting, like, you know. I'd be interested in if it wasn't me.
I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, it's fucking.
And then the Outlaw song that should be out in about 2 months' time. It's called Above the Clouds. We're shooting the video in Amsterdam and like the coffee shops and, you know, Dam Square now and all this kind of stuff. So we're going international.
Go on, Trigger, bye. Do you have a message now for the people?
Message? I don't really have a message. Just keep doing your thing. Believe in yourself. And if you're going through tough times, people might think now today like, oh, he's working with celebrities and blah blah blah. Sure, I might have 101 problems, and this could be only a phase, or, you know, as in like I could be putting on that I'm happy, and I mightn't be happy. You know what I mean? As in everyone goes through their own stuff. But just believe in yourself, keep doing what you want to do, don't leave anyone knock you down, and knock that shit over the park. Like, keep your ear to the street like an alley cat.
He was trying to say he didn't have a message. He had a message. Yeah.
And it just got delivered, bitch.
We're All Class. It's just a journey to the Y. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell them.
Appreciate it, kid.
Thank you,
Nice
Trigger.
one,
Thank
mate.
you very much.
Shout out to Fortune, Lab TV, everyone for the setup here. Nice one.
Shout out to Pat as well. Go on,
Shout out
Pat.
to Pat.